Hello, I'm Tony.
I'm Louie.
And this is Talking During the Movie.
It's the Talking During the Movie podcast with your hosts, Louis Gravance and Tony Whitten.
All right.
So I'm fascinated by...
We have set dressing for this week's feature. Welcome back. Welcome back. It's been a little while, but we're happy to be here. This wonderful November. I have a little prop to introduce our new movie.
I don't know what it is.
You don't know what this is? Oh, I will show you. There's a whole presentation involved in this to help introduce this week's movie. This is my
goodness.
custom wand for the movie that we are doing this week, Fantastic Beasts and Where to Find Them. So I had this custom made for me.
Wow.
I was at a friend's charity auction. This is one of the items, a custom-made wand. So I came up with the design. I worked with the wand builder, and came up with this lion wand. And I like the idea of the mane kind of folding into the handle and then folding back out again.
It's quite beautiful.
I really like it. Yeah, you see that detail on there. It's a lion's head.
Now, is the lion? Is your spirit animal?
Well, I am a Leo, so yes. So this is obviously a Gryffindor wand with the red and yellow colors. That is on purpose. However, I am a Ravenclaw.
Accio Ladder. What? Huh?
I am a Ravenclaw.
Really?
Yes. So I am a Ravenclaw with a Gryffindor wand.
There is nothing the least bit geeky about this conversation.
Not at all.
Well, it's beautiful.
So, well, thank you. And
so I'm going to
kudos
assume that you brought a
This is all in the
romance
box.
with you to it's gorgeous. That you brought a romance with you to the film.
I did, and I do believe that in order to really appreciate Fantastic Beasts and Where to Find Them, you do need to have a history. You do at least have read the books, if not seen the movies. Preferably have seen the movies over reading the books if you're really going to appreciate this movie, because they jump right into the deep end and go. And if you are unfamiliar at all with the wizarding world that has already been set up in the 8 previous Harry Potter movies, you might be a little lost.
Well, I
I think so. 'Cause they jump right in.
you can do it.
You could.
But my
really
question would be if you were not so inspired
Right.
to see the 8 Harry Potter films, which are renowned for being really well made motion pictures, then what
Most of them, yeah.
what would drag you to this one? What would
There's a new Pirates of the Caribbean coming out, which would really benefit from seeing the previous movies. A new Star Wars movie benefits from seeing first. So it's
I'm
designed
agreeing
to
with
be
you.
a sequel.
I think it would help. I think it brings, as we've just seen,
Yes.
if you bring a romance with you to this,
Right.
I think it piques the appreciation.
Right. So it's not really a sequel. In fact, it's going back in time to 1930s New York.
1926.
1926, sorry. But yeah, you do. It really would help to have that kind of familiarization with it. Otherwise, there's certain things, and it's a fantastical world to start with. But really well done. It's done by David Yates, who did the last few films in the Harry Potter series. So it's still got that same kind of feel to it. So it's not even a new director taking over. It still continues that. So it feels very familiar, and yet you've got this new spin, a new spin on your favorite dish that you thought had run out, but now someone is bringing you a different serving.
It is that.
Yes.
It is that. And it is also you could see the film and take that.
Mm-hmm.
You could also see it and go, okay, this is a very carefully crafted corporate product launch. And you'd be right as well.
Yes. Well, so was the Lego movie, and I thoroughly enjoyed that. As long as you go in knowing that that's what it is. So I think it does distract you from a little bit, because you can tell that they are setting up a larger world.
Oh,
Yes.
To me, it's almost like a TV pilot. It's almost like, the other movies are probably going to be better and less careful than this one.
Yeah. Well, Ghostbusters didn't do it so well. The most recent Ghostbusters, but you could tell that there's a little bit of that.
You're
in
never
this
going to
one.
let that go, are
No,
you?
well,
it's never going to
it's-
let it go. Which, don't let me forget, I've got a David Franco thing to tell you.
It's not a bad movie. It's just not great. Anyway, yeah, for this one, for instance, the original Star Wars did a wonderful job of telling this one story, but still creating this larger world that it can exist in. But it was basically a start to finish story, the original Star Wars movie. This is not quite as masterful as that, but you could tell that there are some long sequences that would benefit from further movies. But this one is still fine. I really enjoyed this one, yes. I thought they did a wonderful job.
Okay.
What?
I think that it's good. I think there's a lot to recommend it. I think
Nominations certainly for visual and audio effects.
almost no one's going to agree with me about what I'm about to say.
Oh.
But the weakest, to me, one of the things I did not care about the film, and just so you know, it's about a young wizard who is trying to take care of these fantastic beasts.
Yeah, that's all in the trailers. I don't
know
think
where
we're
they
giving anything
are.
away.
No,
He
no,
comes
we're
to
not.
New
No,
York,
we're not. No.
and some of these creatures get out of his magical
That's
case.
right.
That is
So
set
you
up
know
early
that.
on. Yes, yes.
Okay. I think that the film is beautifully cast,
Oh, it's wonderfully cast.
with the exception of two. I do not like the woman who's playing the goddess, the wizard of good, the enchantress of good.
There is a little bit of that, isn't there?
I don't like her.
A little
You know what?
Santa Claus,
I don't
Mother
think that
Nature.
I
in
don't
there.
think that woman has the gravitas to do it. She looks like a Vogue model that's doing the wizard look. So,
Okay.
Okay.
She does come off a little bit light. I can give you that. Yeah.
But
yeah.
here's the other thing. I do not like Eddie Redmayne.
No.
I do not like him in this movie. I don't like. To me, I was like, this movie would be so much better, with and I can think of several right off the bat.
Colin Firth.
Well, there's that.
Yeah.
But no, I was thinking of the young man that was going to that. Oh gosh, now I'm going to sound completely illiterate. The British young man that was in the spy movie with Colin last year, where he was the young man, the British young boy that had lots
young?
of powers.
That young?
No,
The
not.
King's Service.
That's not what it was called, was it? King's Serviceman or something like
Yeah.
that. Him, somebody like that.
Really?
Yeah.
See, I would have, if I was going to change the casting, I would have
Sorry.
gone with someone slightly older, someone a little more who's been out in the field a bit more studying them. To me, Eddie Redmayne came off a little young.
He was doing this sort of weird stroke thing that he does, where he's talking out of one side of his mouth and looking.
That's his shtick, though. That's his bit.
It is his shtick.
That's his Clint Eastwood.
I don't like
that's the
it.
bit that he goes to.
I don't. For some reason, he just doesn't work for me, and I appreciate
Yeah.
that I'm seeing, a craftsman who knows what he's doing. I appreciate that, but I don't like it. I don't like the flavor of it. I didn't like it. I don't.
You're welcome to have that opinion. Absolutely.
I know,
That's your
I know.
opinion. I thought he did fine.
I think most people will.
He is hitting that button pretty hard in this movie.
Often.
But that's his thing. You know that going in, so I didn't have a problem with
Uh-huh.
it. Yeah. Yeah.
They also hit you pretty hard and fast early with the CGI, so that
It's almost constant in this movie.
So it hits you early on, so
Yeah.
it's got nowhere to go.
Yeah,
I think
there's
the
so
film
much
is
going
written
on.
very episodically. I think the film is
Crafted the way you said it. Yes, it is crafted.
very episodic.
Yeah.
And careful, because you could tell they want to do a lot of these, and they want them to be good. And they want people to like them. So there's something very careful and steadfast
Right,
about it.
but it's handcrafted. It didn't feel cookie cutter. It didn't feel like, we can just kind of slap through it and get on to the next big money maker. There's a lot of good stuff in it. There's a lot of heart
I
in
was
this
just going to say,
movie.
my favorite thing about the movie are the supporting characters.
Oh yeah,
And the two supporting characters where there's sort of a romance.
Yeah, it's wonderful.
Dan Fogler.
yeah. Dan Fogler,
And-
Fogler.
Who's, they've been trying to make a star for ages, and I think this is going to work. I think
And the woman playing the sister, I think, is going to be a breakout star. From
the
this.
young lady
she was
playing
fabulous.
Queenie and the young lady playing
Yes.
Tina. I thought they
Yes.
were all
Fabulous.
really good.
Yes, that main four right there is very good.
Very well cast, and I think it's going to,
Yeah.
And you get the sense, again, that the other films will be stronger than this.
Right. Well, it does feel like
The
a little.
first Harry Potter film is not the strongest one in the.
Well, they had a lot to set up, and that's what this is. It's setting it up.
And you get a sense that
The
that's
story.
what's going
I had a
on.
little trouble getting the whole story. I'm like, wait, what are we doing? And so it felt like there were two competing stories: this Fantastic Beast story, and then furthering the narrative of the larger arc. So there's a little bit going back and forth. There's little clues along the way that help point towards the end. So yeah, there was a little bit of that crafting to get it just smooth enough so that the pieces fit together. But you can
careful.
still see where they fit together, though. It's not seamless. Yeah, but I had a wonderful time watching this. I look forward to the next ones because I know that's what they're doing, and I'll buy it. I'll drink that Kool-Aid. Oh yeah,
You liked it more than I did.
I think so. A little bit more. Yeah.
A little bit more.
Yeah, I can't say it's my. I don't know if it'll be. I don't think it'll be Best Picture.
No. It will be nominated
but
for Best
but
Picture.
thoroughly enjoyable. Like I watched it on the extra big screen. I didn't see the IMAX if it was out there, but I saw the big screen. I saw it in the 3D, which really helped bring this world out because there's a lot going on. There's a lot floating around and moving around and things like that. I mean, they really punched the wizarding part of it.
And they did pretty good with the period. Usually they're usually really bad with women's hair, because you know everything will be right and then the woman's hair won't be right. And they were very careful about all of that. And there's a surprise at the end, which we won't divulge.
Yes.
Did you know it was coming?
I remember hearing something, but I didn't know where it would fit in. But yeah, I thought that was fun. So there's a little
magical surprise at the end.
There's no like end credits. It's at the end of the movie. But that was fun.
I had no idea.
And that sets up, of course, more.
Yes.
So let's wait for that. But I think they can get away with a little bit of the style because it's a fantastical 1920s
I loved
New
how the
York
movie looked,
because it's not
except that it was
just
a little
New
CGI heavy.
Yorkers, but
Yeah.
it's this different sect of New Yorkers that have their own style and their own. So it's kind of based on what it was, but they were allowed a little more freedom to play with the hairstyles and the clothing and things like that. So I think it's a wonderful visual that they've created.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think it's going to please a lot of people. I think that,
Yeah.
But, however, as you're pointing out, if you go into this cold, completely cold,
Yeah.
I'm not sure that you're going to be that you're going to feel that you don't know something, or you're going to not be quite as engaged, or maybe it will play on its own.
I think it can play on its own. You'll appreciate it better.
Oh, you're absolutely going to appreciate it better.
Yeah. Like you can enjoy a good steak, but when you got like a nice wine to compliment, it's just going to make it that much better. But you can still enjoy steak.
But I didn't like Eddie Redmayne.
What are you gonna do?
I'm going to be way alone on this because most people right now think he's the most fantastic actor in the world.
I like that style. I think it works for him.
And he's,
Yeah.
him's being cute.
I thought he was great in Les Mis. He was
No,
fabulous
God.
in that. Probably the best
That's where
singer
he
in
sings, and he's got that
Yeah.
snotty song where he's
Yeah.
singing and it's the snot's coming out
that.
of
And
his
then
I
he
don't
was
like
great in Theory of Everything.
Yeah, he is great. He is good in that.
Yeah.
He's very stagey. He's a very stagey film actor. He's
What do you mean
he's
by
very
that? Explain
mannered.
that.
I think he's extremely mannered and tickish. He's got a lot of ticks that he.
Well, that's his shtick. That's what they wanted to put into this
That's what I'm
character.
saying.
That's
Yeah.
all right. You don't have to like it. I liked it. I enjoyed it. I think you'll enjoy it too. If you get a chance, see the other 8 movies first. This is kind of further on the spectrum. This isn't like for the little kids like the first Harry Potter was. This is more the PG-13 towards the end of the series, where it gets a little bit darker.
Not as dark. It's not as.
No,
dark.
it's not. I wouldn't say it's darker like the last movie was, or the last two.
The
movies.
last 2 movies.
Yeah,
no.
it's probably somewhere around the 5th. Somewhere.
But
around there
I
it
wouldn't
starts to get
worry about
dark.
taking a kid to it.
It's not like there's too much going on. But
It's not like the
it's not-
Dementors or anything like
well,
that.
it's not like for the 11-year-olds like the first Harry Potter was. A little bit older.
Just for cerebral reasons and nothing. We haven't mentioned Colin Farrell.
Well, I think he was fine in this.
I thought he worked real good.
But I wasn't sure at first because it's hard to hear him in the previews if he was British or American because he's naturally Irish.
Right.
Right. So I don't like. Is he going to tone it down, or is he meant to be British, or is he meant to be New York? But he's meant to be an American. So it was also interesting to see the American side and how it relates to the British version. So you get this wonderful, like I said, it's a familiar dish but served in a new way. Yeah, I had a lot of fun.
I'd give it a B plus.
And I look forward to that. I'd give it an A minus.
Yeah. See, so I think this is.
Yeah.
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 So it's not bad by any.
Oh,
stretch
no,
of
no, no.
imagination.
Go
It's
see it.
definitely
Spend your money.
It's
Yes.
definitely a thumbs up.
If you
from both of
can
us.
get
His is a
the
thumbs way
3D.
out. Mine's like.
I'd say definitely solid thumbs up.
Go to a 3D if you know it's a good theater that uses the correct lamp. I'm getting tired of going to 3D movies and it's too dark because the theater is not equipped itself. It's not projecting bright
Well,
enough.
you could do what I do is I go up to the person who's selling the tickets and I say, "Do you have the correct lamp in your 3D theater?" And they look at me and they wish they could punch me through the glass.
Because they don't, or they don't know what you're talking
They
about.
have no idea what I'm talking about.
Well, I asshole. I think it's important, especially
For the film buff, yes, but I wouldn't know.
no, like for example, especially with animated cartoons,
is
and you
there-
take the thing and it's really a shade darker, and it is darker, which is why usually a 3D film is amped up a little bit to because you're wearing dark glasses.
Is there a theater that you would recommend around town for our local folks here?
I would say if you're going to go to an
you're
IMAX,
gonna
go to a
IMAX.
real IMAX and not one of the sort of fake quasi IMAX.
We will buzz market like Point Orlando has a real IMAX
Yes.
theater. Yes, and that is at the proper lumens for
Usually.
yes, usually.
Usually.
So even there, it's a crapshoot.
I don't.
So buy your 3D with caution. It might be too dark. Bring your own flashlight and shine it on the screen.
But it's a spectacle.
I'm sure the other patrons would appreciate you.
Now, I just have to say, because I think we've
covered this. So yes, so
now
this is our free roaming time. For
You know how we've had this ongoing thing about the career of Dave Franco and how I think Dave Franco was in a really good movie called Spring Breakers, and he thinks it's trash. And we've got this has been a long running narrative with us. Well, he's in another crafted movie like that he's directed, and it's another whack job but brilliant movie like this. He clearly has Dave Franco. You know what I'm talking about?
I know what you're talking about.
You don't know what I'm talking about.
I know what you're talking about.
Okay, he's done. He's
Is
got
it Dave
this.
Franco? Is that right?
No, I'm talking about not Dave Franco. I'm
That's
talking
the brother.
About, yeah, I'm talking about the other Franco.
I want to see if you know it.
What's wrong with me? Oh no,
I don't know.
You know which Franco I'm talking about. Not Dave Franco, but just tell me.
Sam Franco.
It's not Sam Franco. I know it's not Sam Franco. You know, we hosted the Academy Awards. We all know you're just making me look like I've got Alzheimer's.
Anyway, what's this movie?
Tell me what his first name is.
What's this movie? I don't remember myself.
You really don't? You were just yanking me that whole time?
The whole time, yes. I blanked. I couldn't tell you.
Well, you're such an asshole. But
Yes.
he has a fascination with gay porn for some real weird reason. He's done several films about chronicling, gay porn, and now he's done this film called King Cobra. Have you heard of it?
Well, no, I have not. But
Well,
under the context of gay porn, you can almost imagine what it's
No.
about.
It's about there used to be this house called Cobra that used to put out films. Anyway, it's about this
And they
murder.
would fight G.I. Joe.
No, it's about this murder that took place. That was all about these two filmmakers fighting over this twink. Anyway, James Franco, thank you very much. James Franco has made this film and directed this film, and you know what?
What?
It sounds completely trashy and lurid.
It does.
It's a very good motion picture.
Like Boogie Nights. Sounds trashy and lurid, but actually has some
That's
artistic merit.
That's a great movie. Boogie Nights is a great. I don't know that this is a
Yeah.
great movie, but this is a special movie and another movie that you're going to roll your eyes about James Franco and his works.
James Franco is fine. There's a lot of stuff that James Franco is in that I like. Spring Breakers is a terrible movie.
He did that.
He's actually fine that's the best thing about that movie was James Franco
He's amazing
as the gangster DJ. He's actually the best thing about that movie. I hated to have to slog through the rest of it just to see that.
Well, I wonder how you feel.
I don't have any
about
problem with
this.
James Franco. It's that movie.
Because James Franco also did that bizarre movie about the filming of the sex scenes in Cruisin' with Al Pacino. Now that's a bizarre movie that sort of didn't play much.
I haven't seen a lot of his indie stuff.
Well,
but
he's fascinated with
I think
this
he's best
world.
as a supporting character.
James Franco?
Yeah. He was fabulous when he had that little kind of cameo in The Green Hornet, where he was playing like this head of a gangster mafia kind of place. He was fabulous in just that little scene. Yeah.
Well, he's a quirky dude.
He is a quirky dude.
And in this movie, it's so anyway.
Anyway.
I'd like you to see it so that you could too.
That's a tall order, Louis. I would do it for you, though.
You're not gonna.
When's it come out on Netflix?
It's already streaming because they're trying to get people. It's it's so arty.
Yeah.
Okay. Come on.
I'll tell you what. I don't know if we'll get to it by our
King
next
Cobra.
Will, but I will.
Because
I
I
will
want
do my best to look at it.
our viewers to know that we just it's just not
Well,
the top 10 kiddie movies.
Oh, no,
that
absolutely not. No,
that
we
we go to see. That there's other things that there's things off the beaten trail.
Yes, especially you have a wonderful track record of seeing
Thank you.
many movies.
Thank you.
Yes, and I don't dig you for that. I mean, I don't poke at you.
I know what you mean.
And yeah, for that.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's fine. That's
But
wonderful.
sometimes,
I wish I
it's-
had more time to do that. I just don't make the time. I'm sorry, I just don't.
Well,
But King Cobra. Tell you what. We might not do the review on King Cobra, but we will mention it at the end of it when we've both seen it, and do one of our little quick reviews that we do at the end. How about that?
all right. It's just the lurid thing of the.
All right.
Yeah. So, what movie you're looking forward to next?
Well, Star Wars is coming out. At first, when I heard about it, I was like, oh, I don't know. But I've seen more of the trailers. I'm like, all right, I'm digging where you're going.
Well, they
I'm
went
liking
back
it.
and
I'm
reshot
liking
a
it.
bunch of it. So
Well, hopefully that's a good thing then. Sometimes it's not, but
they
sometimes
were
it's
like,
a good
"This
thing.
is too heavy.
Right. Well, that's what it started. Well, from some of the previews, it started to look like like Star
Lighten
Wars
this up.
Saving Private Ryan a little bit. You
Right.
know? There's some heavy war stuff going on, and Star Wars is supposed to be fun.
Yeah.
You know, it's a fun ride to go on.
Lighten it up.
Yeah. So maybe there's a little more humor, less.
Anything else coming
war
up?
going on. That's the main one coming up. I'm sure there's a couple others. Anything with James Franco coming out?
I don't know. I'll have to check the IFC channel.
All right.
and see what he's up to.
All right.
What bizarre...
Well, there's a couple out now I still want to see. I haven't seen Arrival yet. That looks interesting.
I didn't like it.
No? No?
didn't
I heard
like
good
it.
things.
Yeah.
Okay, so
yeah.
Arrival.
I didn't like it.
Okay,
I
so,
thought
yeah.
it was silly.
Anything else that you saw recently? Let's get this out while we're here.
Oh well, we didn't talk about Doctor Strange,
Oh, Doctor Strange. Oh, we didn't do a Doctor Strange.
but I loved it.
I thought it was a lot of fun.
I loved
Again, crafted to set up the next one. And I think a lot of movies suffer just a little bit from that. But I think it's remarkably well done.
I
It was a lot
think
of
it's
fun.
my favorite Marvel in a long time.
Well, they don't take themselves too seriously. I like that. Like Civil War tended to take itself a little too seriously. It's getting really heavy and brooding. And I like my superhero movies. They're supposed to be fun. I like them a little bit light, you know. With maybe the exception of Dark Knight, where it got broody, but in a good way. You know, it was more of a dramatic movie.
But here are
than a
two
comic book.
movies
This is obviously comic booky, and I had a lot of fun.
that you could take, a youngster to that are also good for adults. The two movies that we've spoken of, and I'm not talking about King Cobra.
Okay. No, that one. All right. Yeah. Also, Doctor Strange, thumbs up.
Way thumbs up.
A lot of fun. Go see it.
Now I'd give that an A- to an A.
I'd say an A-. Yeah.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Definitely.
All right. We got a lot accomplished today. So we're back. We'll be back next month with another review. Thank you for watching. I'm Tony.
I'm Louis.
And this has been
Talking during the movie.
movie. Good times.
I'll tell you, this James Franco movie is really fascinating. Like, I don't know why he has
Fascinating
to do
as yes. Is it good though?
We were watching and I said, you know what? This is good. No one's going to see it.
Except me.
He has...